Oh boy. This isn't confusing enough already. The bottom one is Shamu. He has that picture. The other two, I don't know which is which. One of them.
They are all wheelchair.
One of them is the real wheelchair. I'm not even gonna bother. This is the stream's problem now. You, as the viewers, can complain, but I'm not going to do anything about it.
Wheelchair with a good pass to wheelchair. Nearly puts it in.
Yeah, now we see wheelchair on the ball is going to be killed by Czechoslovakia. That country doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, it's going to be taken out across midfield. We'll have to see if Team Wheelchair can do anything about this. While sitting in midfield, Wheelchair gets up for it. Wheelchair's also up for it, but can't quite bring it down. Now we see Wheelchair on the ball. Passing it to Ball and Stalin, who I also don't know who that is. Is that Tiamat? That's probably Tiamat. Raisin's name is full of spelling errors. But he tried. He's 12, you know.
He is only 12.
Yeah. So.
A good hit from the 12-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, he's shown to be skilled. He was the overall MVP for the minor leagues this season. So, as far as 12-year-olds go, he's right up there with Scrub Killa. But, yeah, when we see him now, we see Wheelchair on the ball, putting it into the corner. Wheelchair's up for it. Doesn't quite get it past Raisin. Ball's going to fall now. Chex just gets it right on Wheelchair. Now we see Wheelchair retreating. Wheelchair's going to challenge for the ball. Not quite get it. Wheelchair's there for the clear. Wheelchair clearing it upfield now. Can Wheelchair get there? He does. Passes it to Wheelchair. He's looking for another pass to Wheelchair. Wheelchair's going to get it. Doesn't quite fall. Is Wheelchair going to be there? Nope. Stalin's going to get the clear instead. Right to Chex. Wheelchair with a nice clear along the wall now. Raisin puts it all the way back in. Ball's just sitting in the corner. Wheelchair.
Never would have guessed how much I relied on names for figuring out who's rotating. Finding that out now. Close shot from Chex. Top corner. No follow-up, though.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that, but at the same time, I've decided that I don't care enough, and I'm not getting paid at all, so I'm just going to call them all Wheelchair, and whoever's listening can figure it out.
They were all Wheelchair.
We are all Wheelchair on this blessed day.
Two wheelchairs is certainly better than one.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how many legs you have, but you know. Anywho, Wheelchair setting it up across midfield. Going to be Wheelchair falling off the ball here. Gets a nice pass off the backboard. Wheelchair can't quite get there. It's going to be Chex instead. Risen with a nice backwards aerial in his Merc. Everyone's using Mercs, I should point out, on the blue team. I suppose that's an important detail, and I left it out, you know. But we are going to see Wheelchair now. Looking for a goal here. Can't quite get it past Stalin. Very close. Now Wheelchair is going to be looking for the ball. Does find it. Wheelchair's up, and so is Wheelchair. Oh no, a double Wheelchair. Oh my gosh, that's off the post. Bit lucky, I guess, from Chex on that one. Probably didn't quite mean to hit it over there, but it ended up working. Wheelchair and Wheelchair both in the corner for the ball. Neither of them are going to get it. It's going to be blue team instead. Wheelchair now clearing it away from Wheelchair. Wheelchair into the corner. Wheelchair looking to center it. Is just going to get a shot instead, and Team Wheelchair.
And this fever dream of Wheelchair finally explodes into a goal. You see that it's a missed clear from person in the corner that I didn't catch his name. It was Ball and Stalin. He misses just barely, and that allows Wheelchair to follow up on his own touch and put a low shot on net. Missing the high defender. Was on the wall and getting past him quite easily.
Yeah, and I do think that Wheelchair was also there for the pass in case the ball didn't quite fall in front of the net. So all around well played. So yeah, now we're gonna have to see if blue team can overcome the tidal wave of Wheelchairs here. Make a comeback in this one. It's 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. It's gonna be a bit of a double Wheelchair from that one. But now it's a 2-on-1. And Wheelchair is gonna get it past Chex all by himself. Doesn't even need his backup Wheelchair.
Great dribble play, too.
Chex. Yeah, Chex went for boost. Don't know if that was his greatest life choice, but he's going to have to live with it now.
Gotta remember that ball over boost. We get punished every time.
But most importantly, player over ball over boost. Always go for the demo.
Right, right.
Now we're going to see Wheelchair getting it across the middle. Checks with a nice little chip to get it away from danger, but Wheelchair with a great shot is going to sneak in somehow. I really don't think blue team was ready for that one. But he put those wheels to work. Got up nice and quick. Beautifully rotated car, just sneaked it. Sneaked? What's going on? Got it past the players involved there. So, very well played. 3-1 lead now. 45 seconds to go. The Wheelchairs have just been driving all over blue team in this one. So the dream of a 2 CD grand final. Severe conflict of interest might it be? Raisin takes a great shot, but just sneaks off the post. The dream of 2 CD teams in the grand final is looking alive and well.
20 seconds left. Safe to call it. Yeah, barring some act of God.
I think it's, or wheelchairs, We'll have to see. I feel like
hopefully we'll see a 6-game wheelchair coming up soon.
I would absolutely love to cast that, and all of our viewers would hate us. But it's actually Wheelchair leaving the match. Wheelchair says BRB. Checks is calling them tryhards. Salty here. Raisin leaves the game. Not sure why. Checks leaves the game. Everyone's leaving the game. It's a best of 3, guys. Come back. Unless they're all switching to Wheelchair and then coming back. In which case, our Wheelchair is back.
I actually forgot what this is. Dude. Yeah, I'm not sure they do.
Yeah, I suppose someone should go let them know. Are you gonna do that, Bravo, or do I have to do something with my life?
They're coming back.
Left. All right. There you go. They might have all changed cars. They were all in the Merc in game 1, so they might have made the collective decision to change to a more maneuverable vehicle. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that'll be the change they need to find success in this one. It's looking like they might all be on some octanes here.
So it was for car switch.
They just went to whatever vehicles they want. So we got Ball and Stalin on the Octane ZSR, Raisins on the regular Octane, and Czechoslovakia is on the Dominus. So we'll have to see if that can be the difference maker in this one. Some cars.
The Rocket League equivalent of putting on a game face, getting into their comfort cars, taking this next one seriously.
Yeah,
Partial disrespect, maybe. Gentleman's sweep here.
Yeah, I mean, Czechs was salty in the first game about Team Wheelchair trying kind of hard, so maybe they're putting on their try-hard pants for this one, and they're going to come out swinging. Oh my gosh, Wheelchair nearly gets a spectacular air dribble, but it's all the way the other end of the field now. Wheelchair gets some defense. Raisin can't quite get it past Wheelchair.
That could have been the break they needed.
Yeah, it's very close. Now we see Wheelchair on the wall. Wheelchair is going to come away with the ball. But it falls to blue team. Wheelchair with a clear. Can Wheelchair follow it up? Gets around Wheelchair and does get the follow-up. Ball's now cleared right over Wheelchair. Ball installing with a good shot. Wheelchair, great save. See Wheelchair on the ball. Looking to pass it. Can Wheelchair get there? Not quite. And now it's going to be Wheelchair with a ball. Follow-up from Wheelchair, not there. Another good pass out to the middle from Wheelchair. Wheelchair is up for this one. It's a good shot, but just wide.
Oh,
and
quick pinch.
Into a breakaway. Oh, no. Not even a breakaway. It's just a goal.
Ball and Stalin pinches it off of the defender of Wheelchair here, and it has so much power that it goes into the net before anyone even can close to rotating back for it. Very lucky break there, but also 100% calculated.
Yeah, of course. Calculated, as these are our all-stars. Only do calculated things. Wheelchair with a good save there.
Oh, another chance here. Czechoslovakia's up for it. Puts it behind him. Maybe just playing the pressure game here. quick backboard passes coming in. The wheelchairs aren't sure what to do. They're rotating around for boosts, searching, but blue team is making sure they're not getting any. It's another great pass, and that one's on net. Czechoslovakia scores. A good pass from ball installing off the corner.
All right, I'm back. I was temporarily MIA.
Oh, okay. I didn't
even notice. Yeah, you don't even need me. Solo cast to victory. Yeah, getting back in the swing of things. I apparently missed a goal.
Yeah, it was a good boost start and pressure into quick score by Czechoslovakia.
Yeah,
Catch up.
He's come out to play in this one for sure.
Oh,
Speaking
quick
which,
3.
Another one. So yeah, quick 3-0. Assisted by Raisin on that one. Just some chaos along the wall. All 3 of the wheelchairs found themselves in the corner. It was looking like that. It's looking like that front part of the grocery store where they just have all those wheelchairs lined up, and you can take one when you need to go grocery shopping. That's what that looked like.
Spot on.
Wheelchair on the ball here. Looking to spread out their wheels a little bit, find some space. Wheelchair's going to get a good touch upfield. It's going to be Wheelchair looking to clear it down.
A little out of his reach. Oh.
Wheelchair best chair. Cleared across midfield there. Falls to blue team. Can't quite get it on goal. Checks. Not quite. Raisins up for it now. Is going to get beat to the ball by Wheelchair. And now Wheelchair is taking it upfield. Looking for a pass to Wheelchair. Can't quite get it. Saved by Stalin. Very close.
The team just seems to have a little bit of an edge on speed right now. The wheelchairs are caught off guard, it seems like, by a lot of these touches from blue.
Oh, and there's a good
Great
shot by Stalin. Not quite going to happen. Oh, and another great shot hits the post again.
Double denial from the bar of the post.
Yeah, I mean, crossbar best goalie. As we are wont to say around here. It's going to be Wheelchair up in the air for this one. Minute and a half left in the game. So we'll have to see what'll happen here. Very close so far. Wheelchair gets demoed at midfield. That's bad news for whoever needed that. Now Raisin going for the ceiling shot. Gets the touch. Gets another touch on the wall, but it's going to be way over the goal.
Actually managed to clear it himself from the ceiling.
Yeah, he got a lot of power on that by just whacking it over and over again, but now we see Wheelchair accidentally touching it past Wheelchair. So nothing quite happening there. Stalin goes for the ball, just barely whiffs. Now it's going to be Wheelchair. Gets it across midfield. We're under a minute left in this one. A demo comes out on checks. If they want to come back in this one, they're going to need a goal, and they're going to need it now. Doesn't quite happen. Blue team is succeeding here. Raisin completely fakes out Wheelchair, then whiffs on the follow-up, so he was totally unprepared for that to actually work. But it looked good, and now it's a 2-on-1 for the Wheelchairs, 3-on-1 even. But Raisin's
another 15 seconds here.
Throw it all the way back. Demo of goalie. Yeah, wasting time is the way to play this one. 3-0 lead, 20 seconds to go.
Good clear from Wheelchair here is going to give them a shot to score a quick goal.
I think if they don't get this one here, it's over, but
Raisin fakes him again.
Oh, not quite.
To save that one.
10 seconds to go now. I don't think it's physically possible to score this many goals in this little time. So we're going to have to call this game in favor of the blue team. And that's going to take us to game 3 in this series. Raisin left the game again.
Now the Wheelchairs are calling out Salvo's team for tryharding. They might switch to the Mercs. Bring out their tryhard. I don't want to give any credit to that.
That was funny. In spite of what Wheelchair says, I enjoyed that joke. Check says BRB. Raisin's already gone.
The Wheelchairs now think that's something to play for, though. That was a personal attack. They come into this next game. And they're calling in the admins to this one, too.
I don't think that you win by forfeit. I don't think that's how this works.
Yeah, I think he means DQ. He's trying to get the admins involved, make sure that was a legal taunt.
I'm going to rule that it was totally fair and balanced. No nerfs needed.
Just waiting for them to possibly switch cars again.
Or switch names. Totally expecting a name
There's
switch.
6 wheelchairs. We can just be silent.
Three
The
more
game
wheelchair.
play itself out.
No, I'm gonna have a lot of fun just calling wheelchair over and
Oh
boy.
God.
They did exactly that.
Okay,
All
so you
right.
do know blue team is Salvo, orange team is CD. That's all we need.
I'm gonna continue to call them both team wheelchair.
Both team wheelchair.
Only call the player's wheelchair.
This is good.
Is it? I don't know that good is the word that I had in mind. But either way, we're gonna see wheelchair on the ball. Wheelchair with a good clear here. Wheelchair can't quite get back, so wheelchair is gonna center it up for wheelchair, but wheelchair with the clear. Very well played by team wheelchair so far, and now wheelchair getting it in. Wheelchair with a clear. Wheelchair bumps him out of the way. Wheelchair gets a second touch, but he's stuffed by wheelchairs. Wheelchair gonna get the clear. He is. Just barely gets around wheelchair. Now wheelchair centering it up. Wheelchair with a good touch on the wall here to stop the wheelchair assault. But now wheelchair's assault is continuing here. See wheelchair up, another wheelchair on the wall. It's not where your wheelchair should be. Wheelchair on wheelchair, 50-50, and that's going to end up. Wheelchair can't quite get the save, and wheelchair gets the goal, assisted by wheelchair.
Defensive pinch between wheelchair and the offensive wheelchair. Pinches right into the goal, and there's no one in net from wheelchair to defend it. It was lucky 50-50 there, but a good angle for the pinch.
Yeah, it was not quite what Team Wheelchair was ready for, so Team Wheelchair were happy to capitalize and take a 1-0 lead into this one. Looking to get the reverse sweep in the series here as wheelchairs are whiffing aerials left and right. They're not supposed to fly. Now we see wheelchair on the wall. Gets it past wheelchair and wheelchair. So he's going to be looking to beat wheelchair here and get it right in front of net. Doesn't quite do it. A pinch comes out. Wheelchair with some success there. Now we see wheelchair, and wheelchair all up for the ball. And wheelchair is actually going to get it over wheelchair. Very close so far. A lot of back and forth. But now wheelchair is getting a good breakaway here for Team Wheelchair. Gets it all the way down in front of wheelchair. No one quite there to follow. No wheelchair. So, yeah, not quite happening so far. But now we see wheelchair coming across midfield with the ball. 3-on-1 wheelchair action. Wheelchair with the chip pass. Wheelchair with the shot.
Oh.
That's going to go in. What a play by Team Wheelchair.
Quick little dribble to himself. Pops it for one teammate. The other teammate's waiting right behind him. Pop it again. All 3 wheelchairs are there to put it in the net in case it bounced off. No one on defense there too. So quick play by wheelchair and they capitalize it just as quick. A fake kickoff from wheelchair. Doesn't quite work out. Oh, there's the downfield pass into the net. Perfectly played.
What a play by wheelchair. Just great long pass. Caught wheelchair out on the missed rotation. Couldn't quite get rolled back in time, and wheelchair was happy to capitalize. Puts it in the back of the net. Now wheelchair and wheelchair going for the face-off. Wheelchair is going to come away with the win for Team Wheelchair.
We get stuck on the post.
Wheelchair stuck on the post. Wheelchair puts it just high. Wheelchair can't quite get it behind into the net. Now wheelchair is going to beat wheelchair in a 50-50. Wheelchair is taking up the wall here. It's going to be cleared instead by wheelchair. Can wheelchair get there first? He can. He wins the 50-50 against wheelchair and gets the ball. But wheelchair is there to send it back. And now wheelchair makes a good save in front of goal. Wheelchair looking to put it back on net, but he's denied by wheelchair. Now wheelchair is getting a good touch in midfield. Great pass to wheelchair. Can't quite bring it down. Instead, wheelchair is going to get the ball. 50s it with wheelchair at midfield. Looking for a good pass to wheelchair here, but not quite going to happen. Instead, it's going to be wheelchair keeping the ball in the corner for Team Wheelchair. Now it's going to be Team Wheelchair looking to get it out of here. The long pinch clear goes all the way across from wheelchair. And now it's finally going to be wheelchair with a good solid long clear. Looking for a shot to follow it up, but can't quite happen. Now it's going to be wheelchair and wheelchair on the wall. They both whiff. Wheelchair gets demoed by wheelchair. And we see a one-on-one coming out here from wheelchair. Good pass to wheelchair, but wheelchair can't quite bring it down. Instead, he sends it all the way across the field where wheelchair is there to get it. Misses a touch, but wheelchair also misses along the wall. Now ball's at midfield for wheelchair, looking for a second touch. Instead, it goes to wheelchair. kicking it upfield, but it's going to be cleared back the other way by Wheelchair. This is some crazy wheelchair-based ping pong if I've ever seen it.
This is certainly really back and forth. No team is really holding on to possession very long here. If they're an orange team, you don't like that. You'd like to tighten up your rotations, get some quick challenges on the ball, and force blue team into a defensive position. Or just pinch it into the net. That absolutely works too. Quickly proven wrong as Wheelchair gets a great block on Wheelchair. And there's no one in net to defend that. Almost, but not quite. Master Wheelchair is the one who scores that too. Perfect.
Wheelchair couldn't quite get back in time, so.
The only one that forgot to turn off his title, so we can identify him.
Mm-hmm. The separate Master Wheelchair. The greatest of all the wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Now I see Wheelchair against Wheelchair. Side by side going toward the net. It's going to be Wheelchair coming with the ball here, but it's bouncing toward the center. Wheelchair and Wheelchair are both up. Wheelchair wins the ball, but it goes high. Wheelchair for the follow-up, also high. Team Wheelchair going to be able to get a clear here, or will Team Wheelchair come away with a goal instead? Wheelchair with a great backwards aerial is going to be denied by Wheelchair. Taking it up along the wall, gets it past two Wheelchairs. Wheelchair to the center, all denied by Wheelchair. Very close.
He almost had it, but a quick accidental feels backflips, man. Prevents him from getting that extra touch he needs to put it back to a teammate. It allows his blue team to clear out the pressure, keep hold of a tie game.
Yeah, now I see Team Wheelchair coming out from a Team Wheelchair with the dunk and Wheelchair. Insane play to give Team Wheelchair the lead with 30 seconds to go. Shot a high-flying aerial dunk on Wheelchair.
That was a really close dunk, too. There was 3 or 4 hits in there. He had such a solid hitbox on it with the dominance that pushed it right through the other player.
Yeah, it was just a well done 50-50 by Wheelchair. Extended his whole chair all the way over there. Now Wheelchair with a close touch. Not quite going to happen. Now it's Wheelchair and a... Oh, what a touch! Oh my gosh. Wheelchair nearly pulled off the spectacular redirect, but couldn't quite get it done. Now Wheelchair is going to put one more in for the road. Nail in the coffin in this one, and that's going to be Team Wheelchair coming out with the close victory over Team Wheelchair.
That is Salvo's team, so we are going to have a Salvo versus CD grand finals. Both team ones battle it out, see who takes home the title for their GM.
Very, very close series. Went all the way to game 3. In the end, Wheelchair was too much for Wheelchair, and Wheelchair came away with the victory.
That was almost like a bad dream.
That was definitely a bad dream. Please wake me up. Wheelchair, best chair.
I wish I...
Continue. Oh, jeez.
Which one is the real Wheelchair?
It's Wheelchair.
They're all Wheelchair.
We're all Wheelchair on this
Spirit.
Day. Now my question is are the blue team players going to keep the Wheelchair name going forward?